Hello, hi everyone. So this is the part two of how to use intrinsic analytics for not only personal finance, but also stock analysis, sectoral analysis, market analysis, valuation analysis, and so on. So in the part two, I'm going to discuss something about the personal finance part of the analytics, and I'm going to share something with you that you find it very interesting. So when you go to intrinsic value analytics in personal finance, you will find the first module, that is GAWP index. GAWP index is nothing but an index that tells you how rich you are based on your age, right? Now, people can understand, people can ask, what is the application of this? There are some people who are very much not affected by the money in their life, and there are some people who like to track how they are doing in their life, right? Both kind of people are good, both kind of people are okay. There are people who are competitive, there are people who just look at their life as it is. Both kind of people are okay, but who the people who are competitive, the people who like to track their wealth, the people who like to see where they stand in the world, this is the index for them, right? While there is nothing wrong with people who don't want to track all this and they just want to live. So I know people who have 50 lakh rupees of CTC, and they all they want to do is uh, they want to travel the world, they want to live peacefully, they want to spend, they want to go to five-star hotels and resorts, and just they just spend the whole money, and they're very happy doing that. They have one house that is on also mortgage. So that is great. That's a great way to live life. But there are also people who like to save every penny and who like to build the assets because they didn't get a lot of assets from their parents, right? As I said, both parties are okay, both type of people are okay, and it depends really on what is your ambition in life. So this is for the people who wants to create assets, who want to build wealth for themselves, for the next generation. They want to create a legacy for their children because they didn't get one, right? So this tool is for them. Now when we talk about wealth, when we talk about net worth, when we talk about uh, you know how wealthy you are, there are numbers that are thrown at you and you really don't understand it. So it is said that if you have 10 crore, you are HNI. If you have 30 crore, you are wealthy. If you have 100 crore, you are ultra wealthy. And these numbers does not make a lot of sense. I mean, you have never seen a guy who is self-made and 30-year or 35-year-old who has 10 crore rupees, right? You will never meet a person. The only person who is 40-year-old and has 50 crore rupees is the person who has inherited from his father, right? So these kind of numbers do not make sense. 10 crore, 50 crore, 100 crore. These should always be looked with the age. And that is why I created GAWP index. GAWP index means Gangil Age Wealth Parity Index. This index not only talks about your wealth, where do you stand in life, but it also takes age in account so that you really know where do you stand, right? So as I said, I know people who have 50 lakh rupees of package, but they don't want to save. On the name of saving, they have 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees. Some people might wonder how that can happen. A person who has 50 lakh rupees of CTC, how he can have only 1 lakh rupees of saving? That does happen. I have also seen people who have 50. I have also seen people who have 50 lakh rupees of CTC, but right now they are in actually debt because their life standard, their lifestyle is way higher. They do not go into four-star hotels because they find it substandard. They do not go to tours in India. They always do foreign tourism, right? So if I take just do a simple calculation and I'll just share the simple thing. So let's say the example of the person that I'm talking about. So he is 34 and he has, let's say, 1 lakh rupees of capital. And if I look at, so he has 1 lakh rupees of capital. So basically, I'll just first give you a brief on how GOP index works. What you have to do is you have to put the age and you have to put the investable capital. This investable capital is a liquid capital that you have for so that you can invest in assets so that you can generate a CAGR on this, right? This is not your primary home. This is not your primary car. Apart from that, whatever you have, you can invest over the time. This is that capital, right? So yeah. So in my friend's case, who I just said that he has 50 lakh rupees of CTC, when I looked at his age, it's 34. And the investable capital that when I see, that is 1 lakh rupees, right? Because he has this great expenditure, he has a great car, he has a great house, mostly on mortgage, but still. And when I calculate his, so when he sat with me and I showed him, so it says age 34, it is investable capital, CAGR assumption is 15%. That can be achieved by any mutual fund in this country, not only just by equity mutual funds, but also multi-asset funds also give you this kind of returns in the long run, in the 10, 20, 50, that kind of years, right? So he's 34, average age after let's say 10, 15 years, the the average age of the people will be going to be 80 years. So what I have done here is the average age is 34. So what I've done here is the friend's age is 34. He has 46 years more to live or to be 80. And current investable capital is this. And what I've done is I've calculated the net worth of him at 80. So it's going to be 6 crore and 19 lakh rupees. And at 6 crore 19 lakh rupees, I have showed him upper middle class because that's what he's going to be after 46 years, right? Right now at 6 crore rupees, he can be wealthy or ultra wealthy also. But after 30, 40 years, it's not going to be the case. So these are the badges. Below 1 crore, you are poor. 1 to 5 crore middle class, 5 to 25 crore upper middle class, 25 to 100 crore rich, 100 crore to 5,000 crore ultra rich, and above 5,000 crore, you come in the top 500 people in the country, right? Now, this wealth badge, as I said, these are futuristic. Right now, you might not see any person who has 1 crore rupees and he considers himself poor, right? So, as I said, these are futuristic after 20 years, 30 years, because this is a tool which we have done based on that future, right? Now, so this is what his evaluation is. You can also go and put your age, put your investable capital that you have right now, and find out in what categories do you come in. So if you are, let's say, upper middle class, you have only three options. A, you be content with what you are, right? Upper middle class is a very nice place to be. You can have a nice, comfortable life. You can have children educated. You can have all those traveling experiences in their life. So it's not a problematic place to be, right? You are not in middle class, you are not poor. So, or what you can do, you can start saving 20% more every month and you can put in that investable capital. So let's say you invested, let's say you saved 3 lakh rupees only in the next 1 year, right? So your age will be 35 and your capital will be 4 lakh. So you are still upper middle class. And let's say you saved 5 lakh rupees. So your capital will be 6 lakhs. That's it. In just 5 lakh rupees in 1 year, you transitioned yourself from upper middle class to rich class. And that is what is a very sweet spot. Being rich is very sweet. Being rich is awesome, right? All you have to do is don't have to touch this capital and it will create legacy over the time. You can life experience you have to do, you can do with different capital, that different cash flow, different salary, whatever you are getting over the time, right? So this is what GAWP is. Now I'll just take one more example. There was one guy who did internship with me and his age is 23 year and he has saved nearly 4 lakh rupees. So compared to a person who is 34-year-old and he has 1 lakh rupees, if a 23-year-old guy who has somehow saved 4 lakh rupees by his first job or second job or doing some freelancing, it turns out to be completely different. Why? Because he has 57 years to compound now. And when you have 57 years to compound, the money goes to astronomical level, that is 115 crore rupees by just 15% CAGR. I'm not considering 20% or 17% or 16%. And he comes in the ultra rich category. Ultra rich is second best category according to the GAWP index, right? So there are four or five there are six categories: poor class, middle class, upper middle class, rich, ultra rich, and top 500 crore. And this person comes into the ultra rich, and he can also see how his wealth is going to look over the time. So as you can see, for 4 lakh, it's not going to make that much difference till 40, 48 or 40, 51. But after 51, you can see 4 crore, 9 crore, 11 crore, 14 crore, 23 crore. You can see why his wealth is going up and down also. This is just to give him the real illustration of how investment works. You are not investing your money in FDs and getting 6%. You are investing your money. Mostly you will be investing your money in the equity class or mutual funds, or maybe into multi-asset, which goes down also, which goes up also. To give you the real feel of your net worth over the time, this is the graph we have created. Now, there can be a lot of questions related to this. Let's say 15% CAGR. How can you get 15% CAGR? Now, the answer to this is very simple. Any emerging economy like India, if you are doing some basic analysis also, putting money in the stock market, if you are buying some 30%, 40% of your network, you are buying some real estate in the tier 3 city or village, that also can create you some money. You can put in mutual funds, some money you can put in gold, that also can make you 15% in the emerging economy, right? Any basic mutual fund will also give you this much CAGR. They have provided in last 20 years, 30 years also they have provided. Now the question comes that, but with the returns, the inflation will also be high, right? Over the time, the inflation will also high. So this 115 crore may not look like that. No, it will definitely look like that, because inflation we have taken care here. As I explained to you, you will not find one single person who has 1 crore rupees of money this time and he calls himself poor. So the inflation part we have taken care here. Below 1 crore, poor. 1 crore to 5 crore, middle class. But right now in India, if you look at people who have 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, he comes in middle class. The person who has, let's say, 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs, he comes in upper middle class. So these are actually futuristic values. So the inflation is already taken care in this. You don't have to take 2 times inflation. Now, somebody can say, hey, right now we are in emerging economy. Let's say in 10 years, 15 years, we become emerged economies. Then the 15% CAGR will not be possible. That is true. If we become emerged economy, then 15% CAGR assumption will be wrong. But in that case, inflation will also not be 8% and 7% that we assume, right? So inflation will also be 1.5%, 2%. CAGR will be, let's say, 10%, 12%. So it averages out. These things average out. A lot of times when people calculate the returns, they calculate on conservative basis, 10%, 12%. But when they calculate inflation, they calculate inflation of 1980s, which is 8%. That does not work, right? The more you grow as a country, if the returns are going down, the inflation also goes down, the interest rate also goes down, right? So this is from my side. We have also published this into a paper so that nobody copies this. So our paper is already published on SSRN, and it's also in the article that you can read. Of course, this whole portal is made in Bharat. We have made it with so much love and so much accountability. So one more question comes, that why does this number look so big? So 23-year-old guy, he only has 4 lakh rupees. You are saying at the age of 80, 150 crore rupees he will have. So the number is large, number is right. The magic is here. The CAGR is also right, 15% only. The magic is actually here. The more time you give for a capital to grow, the more magic you see. That's the whole point of the compounding, right? A lot of people talk about compounding, but they don't understand how much of a big difference it creates. You look at this, you will see from here. From 4 lakh, it will take at least 10 years to become 16 lakhs. From 23 to to 33, it will only become 16 lakhs. So if he ends his journey here, he will only have 16 lakhs. From 33 to 43, he will only have 67 lakhs. So if he ends this journey, he will only have 67 lakhs. But if he continues making the journey, and it's a legacy tool, you don't have to touch this capital. You have salaries coming in, you have cash flow coming in, you have business and revenues coming in. You use that money uh, to fund your lifestyle choices, right? So this is the money you don't touch and you create wealth from it, right? So because somebody might ask, अरे इतना पैसा कमा के करेंगे क्या, मर जाएंगे? तो for those people this tool is not there, right? This tool is for the people who want to create legacy for the people, for their next generation. This people is for the people who want to create wealth. The people who find themselves happy if they have more wealth, right? And the happiness can be for different people. As I don't judge people based on a lot of people are there who spend their whole money, go to hotels, go to Andaman, Dubai every 2 years, 3 years, spend their whole money because that's happiness for them, right? Finance bundle only, we will have SIP calculator, SWP calculator, lump sum calculator, XIR calculator. We will discuss about them also in the uh, next videos, next chapters. So I will see you there. Thank you.